And welcome back to 302 Sports down here at Cape and Lehman High School. Finally with me, Nick Alessandrini. We must be getting close to the finals, but Nick, let's talk about what happened in the semifinals. We're going to start tonight at 150 pounds. That's our matchup to start tonight, which means we roll around to 144. In the finals tonight at 150. They have not met this year. Number 1 seed, Nick Walker of Cape and Lehman, 41-5. He's a junior. We'll take on the sophomore, Ricky Jewell of Slade-Zanham, 39-7.
Yep, and again, one of those number 1 versus number 2 matchups there. Going to be fun to get started at 150. We'll jump to 157.
157, returning state champ Dustin Elliott of Sussex Tech. He's a senior at 42-2. He's the number 1 seed. He's going to take on an upset guy. Number 7, Sloan Makuji of Wilmington Friends, 43-8. He's a junior. The last state champ for Wilmington Friends, Ben Altman in 2004.
Yeah, a long time ago, right? We see a Wilmington Friends Quaker here in the finals, but Dustin Elliott, one of the most successful wrestlers we've seen here in the state over the last so many years. So again, I don't think he'll have his guard down. He'll be ready to go here come 7 o'clock tonight.
At 165, returning state champ Jacob Ebol, senior, 46-9 of St. Mark's. And he's going to take on another guy with 2 upsets, Justin Ryland, the sophomore from DMA, 36-18. He came in as the 6th seed.
And again, you talk about Ebol, another one of those guys like Elliott, number 1 seed coming off the state championship last season. But we talked about in the preview earlier this week was when you get some of those schools like DMA who wrestle those guys, those top-ranked wrestlers in the wrestling room all season long, they can get those upsets during the tournament. We've seen a few of them today, and Ryland was one of those guys. So it's going to be a fun one. DMA and that coaching staff will have him prepared, ready to go. Going to be a good one there.
One of the most anticipated matches of the night, 175 pounds. 2 defending state finalists. Number 1 seeded Frankie Norris of William Penn, senior, 41-7. He takes on Luke Spore, St. Mark's, senior, 9-0. They are the 1 and the 2 seed.
And that was what I told you on Thursday. I said my most anticipated match would be this one here at 175 pounds. It's going to be a fun one. Luke, obviously not a lot of matches this year, but picking up kind of where he left off in his career. And then Frankie Norris putting together a heck of a season, 4-time Blue Hen Conference champion. I know he'll be ready to go. That one's going to come down the wire. Who's going to have more juice late in that match later tonight?
190 pounds, Braden Renato, the sophomore out of Slade-Zanham, 45-7, the number 1 seed. He's going to face Jeremiah Eastburn from Concord, senior, 35-1. I said it on the preview. He's got pinning power, 3 pins coming in tonight. He's the number 3 seed. Last state champ for Concord, 2004, Steve Lennon.
So there you go, all the way back then. You talked about pin power. He did that throughout the conferences, does it here in the States. He's certainly got that. Going to be a tough match there for both wrestlers.
215 pounds, Patrick Donahue of Cape and Lopin. He was a finalist last year. He's a senior, 43-3, the 1 seed. And he's going to take on Zakir Robertson out of Delcastle, 46-1, the 2 seed. He's a senior. The last champ from Delcastle, 2014, Brandon Wolf.
Now we're getting a lot of new guys here. I remember Brandon Wolf from that year there, the year after I graduated, but Robertson having himself a great year. So is Donahue. Robertson with that big, that was one of the big matches in the semis there, that takedown late on Brock Rhodes, who of course was a state finalist from a season ago. So he's getting hot at the right time. A big matchup, another one too, another one that's going to come down to the wire.
Another one the fans are looking forward to tonight. 285, Eli Joaquin Torres of William Penn, senior, 45-5, the 1 seed, against the 2-time state champ, Cale the Mountain Deningris of DMA, 50-5. He's a senior and the 2 seed.
And you talked about Cale early on in the year with a loss or 2 there. That's why he got that 2 seed late here coming to the tournament. Eli Torres has been fantastic all year long. Wrestled settles again here in the state tournament. He's been atop those rankings alongside Cale all year long, and that's going to be another one. Those 2 on a collision course here in 2025. I'm excited for that 285 bout.
And then we're going to roll around to the little guys. 106 pounds, it's the rubber match. Ben Donato, Cesarati Jr., 43-6, 3 tech falls going into the finals. He's the 1 seed. He's going to face Mesa Catania of Slade-Zanham, senior, 22-3, the 2 seed. They are 1-1 versus each other.
That's right. The rubber match, you said it, 3rd time's a charm. We talked about this one on Thursday. We kind of figured this would be the matchup here at 113 pounds. And if you had to ask me how I want to advance in the tournament, it's via tech fall. I can get rid of the pins, get some work in, get those tech falls, get warm, and see if we can carry that into the finals tonight.
113 pounds, Gabe Campanelli, sophomore from Sally's, 34-12. He's pinned his way to the finals. He's the 1 seed. He's going to take on the 8th grader from Laurel, Nathan Moore, 39-3.
How about that? We get our first taste of an underclassman here, 8th grader coming up. You remember Eddie Radicke years back, kind of get that feel from it here as an 8th grader. We'll see if he can make an impact as an 8th grader here in the finals.
And 120 pounds, 3-time state champ, looking for number 4, the all-time winningest wrestler in Delaware, Malachi Stratton of Sussex Central, 48-8. He's the 1 seed. He takes on Cliff Backus from St. Mark's, 51-8, number 2 seed. state finalist last year.
That's right, back-to-back finals appearances for Backish, but obviously a tough test in front of him with Malachi later on tonight. 200 wins now for Malachi right here in the state of Delaware.
Yes.
I mean, all alone in the record books there. One of the most successful wrestlers the first state has ever seen. And again, going for the 4th time tonight. He will be ready, locked in, and ready to go.
126 pounds, another big, highly anticipated match. Number 1, Anthony Andrews. Sussex Tech Junior, 36-3, the 1 seed versus Dominic Lucian from Salesianum, sophomore, 41-9, 2 seed. He was a runner-up last year, and he was a state champ as an 8th grader.
That's right, state champ as an 8th grader. Again, made the finals last year. That's another one that's going to be exciting later on. We talked about that on Thursday, and we got a lot of great matches here tonight.
132, the number 1 seed, scratched. The new number 1 seed went out in the semis. Leo Marini, the 4 seed, 31-18 for Salesianum, will take on Gavin Munday, senior, 43-10, the 3 seed. He makes a return trip to the state final.
Yeah, how about that 132-pound bracket? Yeah, all kind of crazy stuff going on there at 132 pounds. But again, you got a DMA wrestler in the finals, Leo Marini, another guy there. 2 kind of different guys that are going to meet tonight. For one of them, going to leave with a state title.
138 pounds, Trevor Coop, Caesar Rodney, 44-5 senior, his 5th state final. Won it last year. He'll take on Jasmine Sneed of Del Mar, 37-5 senior, 6 seed. The last state champion from Del Mar, 1987, Randy Brown, the last finalist 18 years ago.
When you talked about Del Castle and Concord, that was 2004. This has even got some time on those 2 schools here at 138 pounds. So going to be another fun one.
And the last match, another guy going for history books, Eddie Radicke, Caravel Academy, 52-2 senior. He is a 4-time state champ. He's the 1 seed. He wants to be the first 5-time state champion. And Malachi Stratton can leave here with 200 wins.
That's right.
Radicke can leave here with 5 state titles. But he's going to face Jerusalem Howard, Lake Forest, a junior, 39-3, the 2 seed.
Seems like yesterday I was sitting in this spot with Eddie after his 8th grade state title, and now look at him seeing his evolution over the years. You know, bigger, stronger, better, just overall becoming such a great wrestler. One of the best the state has ever seen, and a chance to cement his legacy here at Cape Henlopen, and one of the places he's been the most successful.
So Dan Rigby and Scott Cameron will have the call on the NFHS network tonight, live finals, and then the state champs will come right here where we're at. And Nick Alessandrini will get you state championship interviews, and we'll post them up as soon as we can. It won't be real time, but it'll be close to real time, and we'll get those interviews up and celebrate our 14th state champion.
That's right, best time of the year. So excited to be back here at Cape Henlopen. This place is going to be jam-packed here in just a couple hours, kind of the calm before the storm right now. A lot coming here, coming up at 7 o'clock.
2 degrees outside, going to get a lot hotter in here in about an hour, folks. So for Benny Mitchell and Nick Alessandrini, 3 Sports, we'll see you later tonight.